Hey, it's Dawn Davis, and I'm super excited about this 7-day challenge for women over 50. This is an amazing opportunity that you can give to yourself to help release some of the tension, nurture and nourish your own mind, body, and spirit, and stay connected to the present moment through breath and mindful movement. So we're going to get started. Welcome aboard. So excited to work on hips today with you. So we're going to begin on our backs, and let's go ahead, bend your knees, place your feet on the floor, and then just let your body land in this position. Find the opportunity to breathe and deepen your breath. Exhale the breath all out and just land right in your body, right in this moment with whatever you have going on, trusting that you are here and you're present and you're doing something so beautiful for your life by just spending this half hour opening up, releasing, and decompressing. So with our knees bent, what I'd like you to do is just make sure that your feet are no more away from you than you can actually just graze them with your fingertips. You should be able to kind of touch them, okay? And then take a peek at them and see that the sides of your feet are lining up and they're parallel to the sides of your mat. Good. So there's a tendency your feet will try to turn in, your heels will turn in. It's actually not good for the back. So you want to keep your feet parallel and then press down through the center of your heel and lift your hips up just a little bit. Breath in and then drop them back down. So let's do that again. We're going to press down through the center of your heel, lift your hips up just a little bit, lift them up, engage your core, and now act like you're drawing your sacrum, the lowest part of your spine, towards the back of your knees. Notice how that encourages your shoulder blades to move down a little bit. Lift up your hips a little bit more. Take a big breath in. And exhale the breath out and drop your hips to the floor. We're going to do that one more time, but this time when we come up, we're going to interlace our hands underneath, if that feels good for you. Are you ready? Here we go. Inhale, lift up. Breathe here just for 3. So we're engaging the glutes. 2, those are your butt muscles. Here we go. Last big breath. Inhale and exhale. Nice. Drop it down to the floor. Pull your right knee into your chest, but then back it up so that the right knee is above the right frontal hip bone. Extend the left leg long. This is engaging the core. Take 3 more breaths here. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Inhale. Breath comes out. Last big breath. Inhale. As you exhale, place your left leg on the floor. Now, if you have a yoga strap, I recommend you take it and wrap it around the sole of your right foot and open your right foot out to the right. Left arm is out to the left. Extend through that left leg. So you give your body a chance to open that inner adductor, the inner thigh. Take 3 more breaths here. So really let the breath be powerful. Push through the right ball of foot and keep dropping your left hip down. Inhale. Exhale, turn your head to the left. Good, here we go. Inhale. Exhale. Nice, last one. Inhale. And exhale it all away. Let's come back. We're going to put both feet flat on the floor. Take a full breath in, hands on your abdomen, and a long breath out. Notice how your pelvis is tilting back a little bit. That's good. You can feel your sacrum on the mat for right now because you're sort of decompressing what we just did. Okay, so let's go to the other side. Bring that left knee into your chest, then back it up. We're going to put it right, left knee over left frontal hip bone. That's a little spiny bit that sticks out of the hip. Interlace your hands around the back of the left hamstring. If that's too far away, use your yoga strap and place that around and you can work there. Okay, so otherwise, so you're holding on to the left hamstring, extend the right leg long, breathe here. Can you feel that really allows the core to open, but then can you work with your shoulders and drop them down so that you're connecting to your core, you're strengthening your core, but not at the expense of your shoulders, of your neck, right? right? And we know the neck is so important, so vital for our health and well-being and the mind, the brain. One more breath here. Inhale. And then exhale, lengthen that right leg long, 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 all the way down the mat. Really good. Take that yoga strap, place it around the sole of your left foot and open it out to the left. Right arm is out to the side. Maybe you turn your head to the right. Press with the left heel and just breathe here. Notice, does this open the inner thigh for you? Notice if you can feel how there is that nice, beautiful connection from your inner thigh releasing. Press a little more with the left leg and just notice if you're got any auxiliary tension like the jaw or the shoulders. And if they're holding, encourage them to release with your mind. And if that doesn't work, then shift your bones so that your body can help itself let go. One more big breath. Inhale, press with that left heel away from you. Really good, you guys. And let's pull both knees into your chest. Sorry, Bachi. Pull both knees into your chest, and then we'll come right up to seated. So you can sit on a blanket if you like, or not. And sitting in crisscross applesauce with the right leg, right shin out in front of you is great. Inhale, both arms up to the ceiling. Exhale, walk your hands out. So you're stretching through the glute here on the right side. You can drop your head. It doesn't have to come to the floor. I mean, if you can, fine, but that's not the point. The point is that you're honoring your body, your journey in this moment. And that's not lip service, you guys. That's like legitimately what we're doing here. Because our world is not going to teach us that. We have to reclaim that power internally. So we've got that. So breathing here, if it's too much, you come up. If it's not enough, you go further away, and then act like you're drawing your lower back into you. So you're drawing it in, drop your head, take a big breath, inhale, long breath, exhale, one more breath, inhale, and exhale, walk your hands back towards you, put your left hand on the floor, reach your right one up and over, breathing. So you can feel there's lengthening through the side body, and maybe you turn it into a little bit of a twist. So in that case, you can walk your left hand away a little more, turn your right ribs up towards the ceiling, and breathe here. So you're opening through this whole side body. Two more breath, inhale. Exhale, that's it. Last one, inhale. And exhale, come up through center, interlace your hands, shoot the heels of them forward, and act like you're drawing your palms away from one another, but don't let them undo. So what that does is it helps release the neck, upper spine. It's all related, right? So when we open the hips, we know that the upper curve, the cervical spine, is implicated in what happens below. So as it is above, so it is below. So we're going to work on that, opening through. One more breath. Inhale. Good. And exhale. Hands to your sides. We're swapping over. Put your left leg further away from you than your right. And then we'll walk it forward for this side stretching into your backside, piriformis. It'll feel maybe like gluteus. Flex your toes. Separate your baby pinky toe away from the ring toe if possible. And you'll notice that sometimes they get stuck. I joke that my pinky toe has attachment issues. It doesn't like to be on its own. But part of what we're doing is we're encouraging that openness through the periphery, through our feet, so that the connections, the nerve connections from the spine can really be clear and the signals unimpeded. So we can restore and recultivate health in our tissues. Take another big breath. Either you're walking it out a little further. Stay for the exhale. Last big breath. Inhale. And exhale it out. Walk your hands back Take your right hand down alongside you, lift the left bicep over your ear, and maybe you drop it down a little more. Maybe you walk the right hand away and begin to gently turn those left ribs up to the ceiling. So what you're experiencing is your body letting go. The tension gets stuck in all of us. So we're just allowing that space to come right back into home, to come right back into our center. 3 more breaths here. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Breath in. Breath out. Yeah. Here we go. Inhale, reach. Very nice. Exhale, coming up through center, arms reach up to the ceiling. And then exhale, turn your palms to the floor, drop them down and interlace them behind you now. So you're peeling open through the shoulders. Full breath in. And a long breath out. Very good. Let's come into tabletop position. So your shoulders are right above your wrists and your hips are right above your knees. Take a big breath here. Pull your navel into your spine and exhale it out. So as we move through the practice, you want to feel about 30% engagement through your navel and your spine. Roll over your toes, lift your knees off the floor. Just hover there for a moment. Feel that engages your core, and go ahead and put your knees down. So as you transition from table to downward dog, engage your core. So you want to do that all the time. Ready? Inhale, lift the knees, engage the core, keep that engagement, and send your hips high. Very good. Full breath here. Long breath out. Take a look at your feet. Separate them. Send your heels slightly away from one another. And in fact, because we're working hips, go ahead and separate your knees for this first downward dog. Separate your feet so you're mat width. Bend your knees. Send your hips a little higher. And then just let your sides of your neck release and relax. Big breath. Inhale. Long breath. Exhale. Send your hips a little bit higher as if you're lifting your sitting bones. Keep the bend in the knees to begin. And exhale it all out. Now, bring your feet to touch and then float your right leg straight back. Press back and down through your palms, especially through the base of the knuckles. Lift your right leg a little more, then externally rotate your right leg in the socket. So what you're doing is your toes, which are pointing down, and now you're pointing them to the side wall. Lift your leg a little higher. Press with that right heel, push back. Bend the right knee. Open through the whole right side of your body. So yeah, you're opening your hips, but you're also strengthening your arms, strengthening your standing leg, lengthening up through the front of the abdomen. One more breath. Inhale. And exhale, bring the right foot in between your hands. You're coming into a high plank. Right foot in between your hands. And then drop your left knee to the floor. Both arms up to the ceiling. Breath in. Exhale it out. One more breath here. Inhale. And exhale. Let's go high plank. Lower all the way down to the mat. Lift the chest. Peel your shoulders back. Cobra. And then drop your head down. Inhale, lift your chest up, keep your feet on the floor. Cobra, heel, bring your elbows in, and exhale, release it. So you can do Cobra again for this third one, or pull yourself up into Upward Dog. I'm going to teach Upward Dog so you can see it. If you're ready, you'll peel up into Upward Dog. So there's a micro bend in the elbows in Upward Dog. There's a lengthening in the chest. Maybe your thighs or your knees are still on the floor. You can pick them up off of the floor if that feels okay on your low back. And then core engaged, downward facing dog. Big breath here and a long breath out. Left leg goes straight back now. Straight back. And then just check out the right leg. Make sure it's not going sideways or cattywampus. I love that expression. Okay, press through that right heel. Send it back a little more. Then externally rotate the left leg in the socket, and then lift it up a little bit more, and then bend the left knee and open through the whole left side of your body. You're releasing through the abdomen for 3. Keep lifting with that left knee. 2 and 1. Bring your left foot in between your hands. Long spine, inhale. Exhale, drop the right knee to the floor, lift both arms up to the ceiling. Breath comes in, draw pelvis forward, breath goes out. 2 more here, inhale, feel like a little bit of a back bend in your upper back. Exhale, good you guys, last one, inhale, open, and exhale, high plank. Coming to low plank, lift your heart, inhale. Downward facing dog, exhale. Full breath here. And a long breath out. Step the right foot forward, coming into a crescent lunge on the right side. So for your crescent lunge, your right heel is down, left heel is lifted. Little bend in the left knee is fine. Arms up to the ceiling, breath in. Breath out. Interlace your hands behind you. Open the chest. This opens the left hip flexor, so feel for that. Breathing, lift the palms up to the ceiling, and then drop the back, open your arms, drop your back heel to the floor, and then turn it so your back foot is more parallel to the back of the mat. Walk the right foot in, so the right heel is lining up with the inner arch of the right foot. Warrior 2, breath in. Breath out. Reverse the warrior. Palm space faces the ceiling. Reach and lift up. Lift up, lift back. Side ribs open. And then let's take it to Parsva Konasana. 1 full breath. So your right forearm's on the top of the right thigh. Left bicep over your ear. Breathe. Inhale. Exhale, pull navel into spine. Come up to warrior 2. Reverse the warrior. We're going back into Parsva. Ready? Right arm on the top of the right thigh. Left arm up. Breathe for 3, 2, and 1. Back up. Warrior 2. Reverse the warrior. If you need to straighten out your front leg for a moment, that's fine. Come back into it. Parsva. This is it for 5. Bicep over ear, or you could take a half bind, wrapping the top arm around. You can drop your right hand down to the right ankle. 4. Maybe you look over your left shoulder. You don't have to. You can look straight ahead or at your foot. 3. And the answer for the neck is how it feels. 2. Really good. Last big breath. Inhale and exhale. Let's come up to warrior 2 and then pivot, turning your feet forward. You're in a standing forward fold. And then what I want to encourage you to do is bend into that left knee, pivot and pull your torso forward. Hands come to the floor. Keep the right foot on the floor. Toes still face forward or slightly out to the right, and bend into the left knee. So now you're really getting into that, the inner hip flexor and the inner adductor of the right leg for 3, 2. Keep opening wide through that left knee. That's it. Last one. Inhale. Both legs are straight. Exhale. 1 breath. Inhale, dropping your head towards the floor, top of your head to the floor. And exhale, come up. Take the bend out of the elbows. Place them on your hips now and all the way up to standing. We're pivoting. We're going to go forward into a high plank. Low plank. Inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, downward facing dog, left foot steps. We're going crescent lunge on the left side. So stay with you, stay with your breath, lift up. Breathing in. And then hands open, warrior 2. So you're rearranging your feet. Left heel lines up with the inner arch of your back foot. You can always change that, but that is the classic alignment. Left knee tracks wide. Reverse the warrior. Inhale up and back. Exhale, we're coming into Parsva. 1 breath. Left forearm on the top of the left thigh. Inhale, warrior 2. Reverse the warrior. And let's go 3 breaths. Here we go. Parsva for 3. So opens that inner thigh on the left side. Can you feel it? 2, your hips are going to say, thank you so much. And 1, here we go, warrior 2. Push down through that left heel, engage the left glute, reverse the warrior. And we're going to 5. So make it yours. You can reach the top arm over your head. You can turn this puppy into a bind. Half bind, open through the shoulder a little bit, open through that left knee, yes, and then release the toes. Don't let them grip. What we're doing here is circulation for the whole body. So valuable. Open the chest a little bit more. 2 more full breath. Feel the breath. Inhale. Exhale. Yes. Inhale. Nice, you guys. Exhale. Push through that left heel. Warrior 2. Reverse the warrior, and we're coming up, going into our variation of Skandasana. So, hands to the floor. You're in the wide-legged pose. Left toes can be slightly out, catty corner to the left. Right knee opens wide, long chest, and then dropping in till you feel the inner left leg is lengthening. Good. Releasing the toes again, but push through the outer edge of the right foot. So that's the longer side of the right foot. Open with the right knee. So it should feel like a beautiful, healthy stretch. Nothing aggressive about this. One more here. Inhale. And exhale, both feet forward, toes point in, heels point out. Come forward, dropping your head towards the floor. You do not need to reach the floor. You don't even need to have your knees straight. You can bend them. That's good too, okay? So work with what you got, be with who you are, and love it. Love the challenge of the day. One more breath. Inhale. And exhale it out. Now pivot so you're facing forward, the top of the mat, high plank. Press through the balls of the feet, core is engaged, low plank. Send your toes back, upward facing dog. Breath in and breath out, downward facing dog. Lift your right leg up, bend the right knee, and then bring the right knee in towards the right wrist. And then the left wrist is lining up with the right ankle. So it's not touching the right ankle, but you're kind of moving in that same parallel line. Then slide your left foot back, open through the chest a little bit. And then you can stay here, or if you'd like more, you're going to come down either onto blocks with your forearms, or you can go all the way down, if that feels comfortable for you, with your forehead on the floor. Peel back through the right hip a little bit. So this should feel like you're opening up through the backside. It's a deeper stretch than what we did originally seated. And then just let your neck release. If your head doesn't find the floor, throw a blanket or a block underneath your head. Take 3 more full breaths. Last breath in. Exhale it out. Let's walk your hands to where your elbows are. Lift your chest and then come onto your side. So you might need to move your hands away from one another. Come onto your side. We're going into Gomukhasana, but I'd like you to put the right knee on top. So right knee lines up with the left. Lift your chest and then pitch your heart forward, forward, and down. And you can feel this is much deeper stretch. You're really getting into the heart of the external rotator here. And it's very valuable to do a stretch like this because it releases a lot of the tension. They say, you know, the issues are in the tissues. You ever hear of that? So what we're doing here is we're releasing some of that. That happens to all of us, you guys. So your fingers can be like mine behind you, and that way you can continue to open through the collarbone. If you want to go deeper into the lateral stretch, you're going to move your hands forward just like we did in our crisscross pose and drop your chin there. And breathe. And if this is too much on your hips or your knees, come up out of it and you can lie onto your back and do a supine figure 4. 2 more breaths. Inhale. Exhale. That's it. Inhale. And exhale it out. Walk your hands back. We're going to do Baddha Konasana. Soles of the feet come together. Hands are behind you here. Knees are open. If the knees feel cranky or your hip flexors feel grippy, you could just, or their knees are lifted, just grab some blocks and stick them underneath each knee, okay? But if it doesn't, then you don't need it. That's fine. So just go with where you are. Honor where you are. We're at the point where We're not trying to fit into anyone else's ideal. We're trying to explore our own. So allow yourself this opportunity to bring more vision and clarity and openness to your own heart. Take another 2 full breaths. Inhale. Exhale. That's it. Last one. Inhale. Good. And exhale it out. Let's go high, coming into your high plank and then downward facing dog. Left leg up to the ceiling. Bend the left knee. Stretch open and then bring your left knee in towards the left wrist. Use your core. You can drop the knee and the left ankle lines up with the right wrist, and then slide your right leg back. You can stay up here in your pigeon pose, or you can come forward. It's really up to what you and what this side has in store for you. And as we know, each side is really different often. So just honoring that and being with that is really key. See if you can let your breath soften your forehead. Send breath into the sensation. Relaxing the jaw. 3 more big breaths here. Last full breath. Feel it fill you up. Relax the back of your neck as you let it go. Place your hands where your elbows were. Lift your chest. And then let's come to seated, turning seated. And we'll have the right knee underneath now. Left on top for Gomukhasana. Open through your chest. Hello. And then lean forward. You can have your hands out to the sides. That's good, you guys. So feel that into that outer hip on the left side. Can you feel that? And flex your toes, separating every toe if possible. Believe it or not, it helps the spine, which helps everything in the body. And then you can keep your hands there or walk them forward and drop your chin. Take another 2 big breaths. And inhale. And as you exhale, walk your hands back. Let's keep the right leg bent and extend your left leg long. Right foot is into the inner left thigh. Take a yoga strap if it's still handy, and you'll place it around the sole of your left foot. Then hold on to it with your left hand. Put your right hand on your hip and lean into your left leg. Engage your left quadricep. Maybe you lift your right arm up and then just twist open gently to the sides. You feel that opens through the back, the upper hip. Can you get that? That's QL. And then maybe you reach a little further. It doesn't matter. Your hands don't have to touch your foot. If they do, use it as a leverage point to continue to twist open. One more big breath in the twist. Exhale, turn now. Look at your left knee. Draw the strap so you've got both hands like you're riding a horse over your left leg, and then bridge your torso forward. Peel back through your shoulders. So there's definitely a little bit of a rounding here in this pose, but you don't want to collapse into it. Not today. We're doing more opening and lengthening through the legs and the hips. So come on up. We're going to switch sides. So bring your right leg out long to the side, left heel into the right inner thigh. Take your yoga strap, place it around the sole of the right foot, and just see that the right knee is pointing up to the ceiling. You can engage the right leg. Place the strap in your right hand, left hand on your hip, and go ahead and draw yourself out to the side. Turn the left chest to the ceiling, and then maybe if you want, you're opening up, deepening the side body opening. Letting that in, that beautiful stretch, nice and long. Maybe move the back of your head back. Last 2 breaths here. Last one, inhale and exhale. Come on up. We're gonna face your right leg. So again, the right knee is facing upward, strap in either hand, and then pull yourself forward. Yeah, so you can feel that in the hamstring of the right leg, but you're opening through the chest too, so you don't wanna overemphasize the rounding for the sake of the hamstring in this pose. You want to keep that pressure of lengthening without compromising. Does that make sense? You can always walk your hands a little closer to your foot if that feels good. Tuck to your toes. Tell them to open. Alrighty, one more breath. Inhale. Really good. Exhale. Let's come back into seated Baddha Konasana and joining your feet towards one another. Your hands can be around your feet, or you can take the yoga strap, wrap them around the edges of your feet, draw and pull yourself forward this way. So again, this way you can open the chest as you release the inner thighs for 3. Breathing into it, releasing through the legs 2. Last big breath. Inhale. Exhale it out. Really nice, you guys. Let's lie onto our back. You can take knees into your chest, and then you can take happy baby. Such a nice pose. Both feet are, the soles of your feet are facing up to the ceiling. Breath in, breath out. 2 more breaths here. Inhale. Feeling as if like the little small puppy is sitting on each hamstring. The back of your legs, just dropping them down towards the floor. 1 more breath. Inhale. And exhale, knees come into your chest, and then lay your legs down the mat all the way out, so your feet are now as wide as the mat. Hands can be on your abdomen or alongside you. And just for the next few minutes, see if you can rest and breathe here. And I'm going to sign off now and say namaste, and thank you so much for practicing with me.